Did I scare you enough in the last few videos? Did I paint a fractured workplace in them? Are you scared to go to your workplace? Moreover, while most business books or self-help books target people who are struggling, why this book dampens the spirit of achievers? When they already got their place, why would not they go beyond? You are already a success. You are a winner. You have already achieved. What more you want? Why this book? What got you here won't get you there. It is dampening. It is discouraging. It is an insult to the achievers. What is there for them to learn? Leaders have risen through the ranks with a specific style. Maybe being dominant, fast-moving, hyper-analytical. They believe that is the winning formula. So I thought, and also I wondered how this book became Amazon's bestseller, the bestseller in New York Times and Wall Street Journal. I started reflecting. I started digging. What is the secret? Why this book resonated so deeply? Goldsmith shows that technical skill and IQ won't take you all the way up the mountain. Only EQ, humility, and self-awareness will. What worked when you were an individual contributor, being the smartest person in the room? How come now it becomes a liability if you keep overriding others as a leader? This is what he says. That is the central theme of the book. Let us see how and why he says this in this video. But one thing is clear. He does not talk to beginners. He talks to CEOs, leaders, entrepreneurs. People who are already killing it on paper, but stuck in subtle emotional patterns they can't see. That is why the book exploded. Let us talk about him in this video. Who is this Marshall Goldsmith? What is the background for him to write this book? Malcolm Goldsmith is America's preeminent executive coach. He's a top executive coach. Perhaps the greatest teacher of leadership on the world. He has a PhD in organizational behavior, Anderson School of Management. His notable clients include Ford, Pfizer, World Bank, Goldman Sachs. In 1980s, he has been conducting many leadership clinics, advising HR departments about identifying future leaders in their companies and creating programs to form them into better leaders. One day, he received a call from a CEO of one of those companies asking him whether he could conduct a wisdom session one-on-one to his very successful mid-level executive. He was describing him as he is young, smart, more dedicated, ethical, motivated, hardworking, entrepreneurial, creative, but arrogant, stubborn, know-it-all jerk. And he is not a team player. But I need him and want to groom him as the next CEO. Let us call him as Joseph. It was a challenge to the Goldsmith because all along he was conducting trainings for groups on how to succeed and change the behavior. He had never worked one-on-one with an executive before, and certainly not with a single person face-to-face. That too for an already a winner and successful Joseph. The challenge intrigued Malcolm. He was thinking all his coaching so far was for mid-level executives on the verge of success, but not quite there yet. He was wondering how to coach an executive who are demonstrably already there. Marshall Goldsmith finally agreed for the challenge and accepted for 1 year time. He will work with Joseph for 1 year, and if there is no change in him, he will not claim any payment. He has decided to use sensitivity training techniques as a coaching intervention with that executive, Joseph. The father of sensitivity training is Kurt Lewin, a German-American psychologist who is widely regarded as a pioneer. His work led to the development of T groups, that is training groups, the original form of sensitivity training. Behavior change at individual, group, communities, and societies is a fascinating field of human study. Marshall Goldsmith is influenced by the foundational principles of sensitivity training and T group dynamics, but he modernized and personalized them into a more results-driven, one-on-one executive coaching model. Marshall did not adopt the role of a coach, but was a facilitator for experiential learning. It was Joseph's experience, it was Joseph's awareness, and Joseph's learning. Marshall never gave any cognitive inputs, but only facilitated with open questions for him to reflect. After a few sessions, Joseph realized that many of the team's success and challenges relate to his own behavior modification. Marshall succeeded in making Joseph to be self-aware and be sensitive while team playing. Since it was experiential learning, he owned up the wisdoms and will bring lasting change. Sensitivity training taught him how his behaviors impact others. This fascinating experience, Marshall thought to convert and spread to many managers out there. And that is the book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There. Marshall says why cricketers or any sports star do often net practices, scheduling lessons, changing the gears, fiddling with their swing, because they all want to get better. That is the spirit underlying this book. It is aimed at anyone who wants to get better at work, at home, or any vocation. At one level, you do the work. At the next level, you manage others. Higher up, you inspire, mentor, and let go. Sensitivity training makes you feel what impact your behaviors can create. It was discovering your own dysfunctional behavior through people. Here, Goldsmith further travels to make you to change it. Make behavior modification. It is transformation through accountability. Goldsmith's this famous book is centered on helping leaders see their blind spots and change interpersonal behaviors that limit them. Just like T group training, no wonder it is a bestseller translated into 28 plus languages. So, why would someone who is already successful need to change? He is not the success is enough proof that they are doing something right. Well, yes and no. Here is the Goldsmith logic. The higher you go, the more your problems become behavioral, not technical. So, how do you convince a CEO, a top executive, a corporate winner that they still need to change? Simple. You ask them this: what is your next level? Then ask, what would it take to get you there? More technical skill or more trust, influence, collaboration? Because the truth is, nobody gets promoted for being smart anymore. They get promoted for leading well. That is the wake-up call to let go of ego is about Goldsmith's book. At the top, It is not about climbing anymore. It is about what you leave behind. A culture that outlives you, a bench of leaders empowered to lead, a reputation of influence, not intimidation. So, if you are already successful but still feel like you have hit a ceiling, read this book. What got you here won't get you there. It is not just about personal growth. It is about sustainable organizational leadership. The first half of your career is about proving yourself. The second half, it is about improving others. That is the flip. Watch this channel. Share this with someone climbing the ladder. Because the top is not the end. It is just the place where real leadership begins. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please like, subscribe and comment what habit are you letting go of. Let us grow together.